Now image is formed by two perpendicular plane mirrors. So what you will do, you will draw two perpendicular plane mirror. So when you will draw the horizontal mirror, you draw it along one ruled line. You will get the advantage. Alright, you draw it along one ruled line. I hope you have drawn it. And then first you draw the horizontal mirror along one ruled line, then draw the perpendicular or the vertical mirror. Alright, now you see two perpendicular mirror means the angle between them is 90 degree. So you see n is equal to 360 degree by 90 means how much it is coming? 4. So 4 is even. So what will be the number of images? Number of images will be n minus 1 means for minus 1 3, and within bracket you must write this asymmetrical comma symmetrical, because when n comes even then it does not matter where you are keeping the object. Alright, now how to draw the image diagram? That is also very important. So you must learn how to draw. I am giving some tricks and then you must practice it also. So here how to locate the object, that is more important. So you have drawn along one ruled line, then you just take 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth line. Suppose you have taken 1 point. Then along the fourth line you keep your scale and then mark the object, suppose at a distance of 4 centimeter in front of the mirror, and then you mark another point, suppose it is A, and name it as A1 behind the mirror at the same distance, and not only that you join it by the line, and as you know behind the mirror it should be dotted in front of the mirror solid. Alright, this is the first step. And where you have taken A, you have taken, as I said, you count the lines 1, 2, 3, fourth line. On the fourth line from the mirror you have taken. Alright, now you see how we will. First you understand actual image formation, how it takes place, and how you must draw your diagram. How you must draw your diagram, then hold your scale like this. Here I don't have the this one dot ruled line, so I have to measure it. What you will do, you simply join it and then extend it, and at the fourth line again you put a mark. So here name it as A1 dash, alright, and do the same. This is A1, and then from A1 again, or you can do like this, that will be easy for you, that you hold this because it will come on one line, then at the same distance you mark another point on the opposite side, alright, and join it by dotted line. So suppose it is A1, then it will be A2, and then comma you write it as A2 dash also, and then you join this by dotted line. So this is the way. So actually you have drawn one rectangle, and if you take the object, here I have not taken object. How the object I have taken? Asymmetrically. Now you can take the object symmetrically, equal distance, then you will see it will come as a square. Okay, so this is the diagram first you draw. Now you understand the physics behind it. Now you see A1 is the image formed by mirror M1, okay, of the point A. What is A1? Image of A, who is forming mirror M1. Okay, now you see A1 is in front of M2. Look at the diagram. Where is A1? In front of M2, but A1 is at the back of M1. So M1 will not form any other image of A1. Now A1 is coming in front of M2. So you see A1, what it will image, what the mirror M2 will do, it will form a image A2. Is that clear? What I said? A1 is the image of A formed by M1. Then A1 is in front of M2. So M2 is forming image of A1 as A2. Alright. Now A2, if you consider, it is at the back of M1 also, at the back of M2 also. So no further image will be produced. Come back to the object A. A is in front of M2. So what will happen? M2 will form the image of A. So I have named it as A1 dash. Now you see A1 dash is behind M2. So M2 will not form any image, but A1 dash is in front of M1. So what M1 will do? M1 will form the image of A1 dash, and you will observe. That is the fantastic thing, that image formed by M1 of A1 dash, it will coincide with A2. Means A2 and A2 dash will be the same point. Alright. So actually, how many images are formed? 1, 2, 3, 4. But last two images, they are coinciding with each other. So what is the total number of images you are getting? You see 1, 2, 3. This 3. Clear? So this is the way image is formed by the two perpendicular plane mirrors. Alright? Now we have to draw the ray diagram. Ray diagram means you have to show that from the object rays are reaching the observer eye. Alright? So how to draw the ray diagram? I am giving the tricks, you follow that. So first of all, you locate the observer eye here. Now why I have taken here? I may take it anywhere. If you take the observer eye here, it will be convenient for us to draw the diagram. That's why I have taken. Otherwise, anybody can take the observer eye anywhere within the two perpendicular. Alright, if you stand anywhere within the two mirror, you can see the images. But why I have taken it here? It will be convenient for us to draw the diagram, a clean and neat diagram. That's why I always suggest you follow this one. Now, where from you will start? You will always start from the last image. So, which one is the last image? The point A2. Alright. So, what should be your starting point? After drawing the observer's eye, start from the last image. So last image is A2. Then you join A2 with the upper point of the observer eye as we have. You see how I am holding the scale, and then you join A2 in such a manner that behind the mirror line will be dotted, in front it will be solid. You see. And then put the arrow towards the observer eye. Then you have to join A2 with the lower point also. So you join it with the lower point and with lower point of the observer eye. So when you will join, again behind the mirror it should be dotted, in front of the mirror solid. Is that clear? Now you see these two lines meeting M2 at these 2 points. So just simply mark it. Now with whom these 2 points should be joined? We know that we have to join it with the object. Now you see, if you consider the image A2, then A2 is image of A1. A2 whose image? A2 is image of A1. So with whom you have to join these 2 points? You have to join these 2 points with A1. So hold your scale so that you can join with the point of intersection. Take care while joining. Hold the scale properly, and again when you will join, behind the mirror it should be dotted, in front of the mirror solid. And then again you join A1 with the point of intersection with M2. So you are getting this. Alright, so put an arrow, light is falling on M2, reflecting, and the image is formed. Alright, now you see, here again these 2 lines you have drawn intersecting the point M1 here. With whom you must join in? with the object. Now A1 is image of whom? A1 is image of A. So with whom you should join these 2 points? With A. So you just hold it here. The entire line is coming in front of the mirror. So it should be drawn solid line. Then again you do the same with the second line. So you join it with this one. So you see what is happening from the point A, and don't forget to give the arrows. From the point A, light is falling on M1, so the arrow is towards M1. Suffering reflection, that's why arrow is away from M1. Then falling on M2, again suffering reflection received by observer eye. This is the way actually light ray is moving, and the image A1 and A2 is formed. Alright, and here you see, you don't have to show A2 dash and A1 dash Y, because from A1 dash directly the ray will go to E, and if you join it with A, the image formation will be there. But generally it just makes the entire diagram untidy. That's why this much is enough for your exam. And this is the way you can draw the image ray diagram of the image formation by 2 perpendicular plane mirror. You must practice this diagram at least 3 times at home in the rough notebook, not in the fair notebook, not in the study material notebook. Study material notebook, you will just draw this diagram along with that one written on the board, but practice should be done in one rough copy at least 3 times. Next is image formation by 2 parallel mirrors. Alright, just look at the mirrors. The 2 mirrors I have drawn, they are parallel to each other. So if they are parallel to each other, what is the angle between them? 0 degree. Then you see how much will be n. N will be 360 by theta means infinity. Clear? So if you subtract 1 from infinity, it will become infinity only. So how many images will be formed? Number of images formed will be infinite. Alright? Means, and I hope those who have gone to any science museum, in all science museum, you will see that 2 plane mirrors are kept. And if you stand in between the 2 plane mirrors, you look at it, then you will see several U's are lining up on both sides of you. Okay, means what? The images formed by 2 plane mirrors are infinity. So it is coming from the formula. Now the question is how the image is formed. Now the diagram I will draw, you please do not draw it in your notebook. Okay, this is for your understanding that how the image formation takes place. Now suppose I have taken an object O near it, just like it. Now you observe how infinite number of images will be formed. So you see, I can consider O is in front of M1. So you see what will happen at equal distance, one image, one will be formed, O1, behind the mirror of M1. Now, O1 is behind M1, but O1 is in front of M2. So what will happen if you consider that O1 is in front of M2, then you see here another image O3 will be formed. O3 is image of O1. Sorry, not O3, O2. O2 is image of O1. Alright. Now, O2 behind M2, but O2 is in front M1. So what will happen? Another image will be formed here, O3. Now O3 is in front of M2. So another image will form. Now here I cannot show you the image because it is going beyond my board. A small board it is. Alright. So here you see, just you imagine that O4 is here. Now O4 is in front of M1. So another O5 will produce. So you see, this is the way the image formation will continue. It will cross the room. and then it will cross the boundary of my house, it will cross the boundary of Sefarai, boundary of Dhanbad, and go on just continuously. The image formation will go on, because one image when it will be formed, then it will come to in front of the second mirror. Alright, so you see an infinite number of images are formed. Okay, now it is not enough. I have considered O first, it is in front of M1, and then this series is formed. This series of images is formed. Now, one may consider O as it is in front of M2 first. Then you see what will happen here, another image will be formed. So this is the second series of images. So I am naming it like this, O1 dash. So O1 dash is now in front of M1. So you see where it will be formed here, O2 dash. Then O2 dash is in front of M2. So where it will form? Here, somewhere here, O3 dash. Got it? So you see you will get two series of images. And in both the series, how many images are there? Infinite number. So how many images will be formed? Infinite number of images will be formed. Now, for us, it is not possible to draw the ray diagram showing infinite number of images on our finite length copy. Can you do that? No. So that's why when we will draw the image formation or means ray diagram of the image formation by two parallel mirrors, then we never show both the series and we never show all the images drawn. Okay, all the images formed. So now I will show you that how to draw the ray diagram by two parallel mirrors. Now you take the object, name it as A, alright, and you draw it along one ruled line, then all the images will come on the same ruled line. Now here, you measure the distance between mirror M1 and the point A and then mark on the other side a point A1, so that I'm just drawing the diagram and then I'm showing you that here A1, and name the point, suppose this point as B. So you see here what I have done, AB equal to A1B. So when you will draw the diagram, take care of this fact that AB should be equal to A1B. Alright, now you name this point as C. Alright, now what you will do, that you will mark a point A2 A2 behind M2 in such a way that A1C is equal to A2C. Girls, I am just reminding you, while drawing the diagram, please follow this measure, that you mark A1 so that AB equal to A1B, then mark A2 so that A1C is equal to A2C. Is that clear? Then I think this board is so small, I won't be able to draw A3. Okay, let me try. No, not possible. Anyway, okay, there is a solution for that. Here you do not change it, I am changing the diagram, I am making them closer. Alright, so that I can get another point, at least 3 images we have to show. So that's why I am just making this 2 mirror closer, but you do not do this. Okay, I am just redraw, I will redraw it, I will take some time and redraw. So as the board I am using is very small, so that's why I have drawn the 2 mirrors closer, but you may not have to do that. Then you see what I have done. First I have taken point A, Then image of A is A1, okay, formed by M1. So AB equal to A1B. Now A1 is in front of M2. So image is formed by M2 at A2. So A1C is equal to A2C. A1C is equal to A2C. Now A2 is in front of M1. So A2B equal to A3B, and A3 is the image of A2 formed by M1. So these are the three things you must take proper care while marking the point A1, A2, A3. Is that clear? I hope everybody has got. Now, next case is that here my mirror, it is not perfectly parallel. So you consider it like this. Okay. Now, after that, after A3, you don't have to show any other images. Then you mark observer I in between the two mirror. Okay. And then start from the last image, A3. Join A3 with the upper and lower point of the observer I by a straight line holding the scale, and when you will join it behind the mirror M1, it should be dotted. In front of or in between two mirror, the lines will be solid. So you see, after marking A, A1, A2, A3, following this, mark second step, locate observer I. Then this is the third step. Join A3 with the upper point of the observer I, hold the scale like this. And then while joining, at the back of the mirror, dotted, in front, solid. Then little bit you down it and join it again with the lower point of the observer I. So this. Alright. So two lines you have got. You see these two lines meeting the mirror M1 at these 2 points. So with whom you must join? You find out whose image is A3. Whose image is A3? A2's image. So these 2 points you have to join with A2. Alright. So you join it with A2. When you will join, then again you have to take that in between the two mirror, the line should be solid, and behind the mirror it should be dotted. Is that clear? Now you see, again these two lines we have drawn, it is intersecting the mirror M2 at this 2 point. At this 2 point. With whom you have to join? With the object for A2. So who is the object for A2? A1 is the object for A2. So with whom you will join these 2 points? With A1. So you join it with A1. Then do the same with the down point also. Alright. So you see, again these 2 lines drawn. It is meeting the mirror M1 at this 2 points. With whom you will join? A1 is image of A. So you have to join these 2 points with A. So you join it. Now here it is coming in front of the mirror only, so there is no problem, it will be a solid line. Now you start giving the arrows. From A, light is coming out, falling on mirror M1, so towards M1. Then suffering reflection towards M2. Suffering reflection away from the mirror towards M2. Falling on M2, suffering reflection away from M2, then falling on M1, then again suffering reflection. So you see what is happening as a result, the observer eye can see all the images, A1 also, A2 also, A3 also. So this is the way the ray diagram should be drawn. So this diagram also, this diagram you must copy in your study material notebook, and after that this diagram also you must practice at least 2 to 3 times in any rough notebook. Thank you girls.